Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to ZEPHON, where I think I have decided that we're not going to be able to do this without the aid of a Vanquisher siege tank, which does influence our decisions about what to build in Maktaba here. I was absolutely going to just make a Crusader, but in 4 turns we could start on the Vanquisher instead, so I think I want to keep the queue open for that. So an Outrider would be 6 turns. We did lose our old Outrider, right? I don't love that you don't get your you don't get the overlay for your units while you have a city selected. I'm not sure what the motivation for that decision is. One of these would still be 6 turns. Maybe we just leave the automated factory. Yeah, maybe we just leave it for a second here. So it's producing some amount of minerals and research as well to justify keeping it turned on. We're working on that power plant. Yeah, I guess maybe the city doesn't do anything then, except obviously continue acquiring tiles and producing resources and whatnot. Yeah, okay. Alright, then the thing to do is to keep these units alive. So I lost my Abcluth Dragoons. We just have militia and the 1 unit of worms and then an actual Abcluth here. Do I want to just park it here and let them keep tearing at it, or do I want to? We can roll in and try to defend it, I guess.
Staying focused.
There's not really a reason not to, I think. That gets one of them down.
What do you need, sunshine?
Run you in. Before I attack, we should probably move other stuff closer. Although I have to be careful about
I'm not dying today.
how much we're standing in the bleed, obviously.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to make sure that we're in, like, XP range. Right. That is not lethal, but it's a lot of damage. At the very least, it gets us a pretty good chunk of the way there. Yeah, that's really unfortunate that the commander's not quite going to finish it. Although I guess we have bombardment. Ooh, bombardment would really shred these ones. That's probably the better play. Then we just leave a couple of, like, severely damaged enemies open. And you maybe just are gonna stay put. You guys are healing. Slowly but surely. And I think we know we're not doing anything with our cities, so let's see how they respond to that. Okay, they have a lot more units than I thought they did. He is producing very aggressively.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Okay, time to fall back then. The anchorite has taken to the airwaves again. He seems particularly agitated. To mourn the loss of my people slaughtered by ZEPHON, he declaims into a microphone. To hear the crushing sound of ZEPHON's factories rumbling in the night. To agonize over what weapon it forges in the depths. The depths? That information is new. ZEPHON acts like the factories don't exist. But if their goods are being shipped to the coast, to the bottom of the ocean, no one could ever know what it was making. The anchorite continues. To recall our mission to this planet was one of genocide, he slowly says. To hope the mission had died with the Akine fleet. You tense at his next words. The fleet still hangs in orbit. Horrible creatures of war lie sleeping in its bowels. How does he know this? No one should be able to access the fleet. The anchorite's voice falters, as if he can hear your thoughts across a great distance. To prepare, he says, but then cuts himself off. To know, he says with a harsher tone, that we must do what is necessary to prevent our own genocide. Well, that feels like an awfully specific warning. It feels pointed.
We'll make it through this.
I suppose perhaps we should
Taking
just
the field.
fall back a little bit here, huh? Maybe we just take it easy.
Yeah, got it.
All right. Nice formation retreat. Everybody formed up around the Aura of Discipline. And yeah, people are doing what they can do. I should probably be building stuff in the home city. We could be producing more infantry at the very least, because things are starting to get a little thinner out here. All right. Well, we did some pretty good overwatching.
This isn't the world I knew.
So, yeah, let's get some combat medics up, right? This was a plan that I had. I would love to see what those do, and that's just the barracks. How's our supply? We're positive on algae now, so we could build another algae unit. We're still fighting a lot of abcloths from that faction. Having more dragoons that can convert them might be a good idea. And then over here, if I build a construction yard, then in theory we can reach out and grab this tile, right? And it generates a little bit of mineral and influence. It eats 2 power per turn. I mean, it might be the case that we just want to build a power plant over here too. We probably do want to build the other stuff as well, but the power plant in Tamanrasset is not going to solve all of our problems.
This isn't the world I knew.
All right. To what degree do we want to stand and fight for a turn? To what degree do we want to keep running?
What do you need, sunshine?
I mean, we can certainly shut these guys down. And obviously I want to keep these militants safe if we can. Yeah, maybe the thing to do is to just fall back to the crash site.
It's better than just sitting here. I'm not dying today.
Just clear me a path.
And again, we try our best just to keep everybody around the commander. Oh.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Well, it looks like we're not going to quite be successful on that front.
We'll make it through. We have to.
Once again, I think we
Whatever keeps us alive.
hold off. Don't actually issue any fire orders. Let's let the Overwatch do what the Overwatch does. Yeesh, only one of them, huh?
We can't take much more of this.
Okay, well,
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
they're not dead. I do think I'm going to have them withdraw all the way.
What do you need, sunshine? We'll make it through
I'm
this.
debating moving the commander up here and actually, like, putting a little bit of forward pressure on these guys. I wish the worms... Well, if I do a tunnel move, they can get adjacent. Yeah, you know what? We're going to shut them down.
Staying focused.
And in fact, the commander and the worms should be all it takes. Yeah, because they're amazing.
There remains for later.
Yeah, all right.
Everybody else is just going to keep running, I think. It's just fall back to friendly territory here. Try not to lose anything else. 2 turns away from the power supply. It is worth noting that this is generating the power that's keeping us, very, very slightly positive. If they take this outpost, we're going to feel... I guess we have a stockpile, but we're going to be negative for a little while. And there they go. Okay.
This isn't the world I knew.
The time has come to do something pretty big. Pretty large and explosive. Okay, we're going to want to keep working on this side, so... Bonus armor on your tanks feels kind of whatever. Do we... I'm assuming we're going to need these fancier resources at some point, right? I don't have any idea what or when. So the heavy machine gun is a weapon for our new tank. First aid drone allows to apply first aid drone to adjacent allied biological units. That also seems useful. Looking ahead here, trying to see if there are other buildings that provide these advanced resources, and it looks like not so much, so we're probably going to end up picking this stuff up anyway. But more guns is certainly more good, right? We have some spare minerals, like... Yeah, alright. Get me a trans-uranium stabilizer. Don't even know what I need trans-uranium for, but we'll figure it out. Alright, next turn I have bombardment available. I'm assuming that if I were to move the worms down to here and attack, they would probably just clean these remnants right up. But I am a little worried about their long-term health. You, at the very least, should get over here into defensible territory. You know what? Oh, wow. That's not nearly as successful as I was thinking it would probably be. Well, I'm tired of them chasing us. Attacking into the phase generator does cause us to deal some damage back to ourselves, which is annoying.
Okay, staying focused.
But at this point, I've committed to it. Let's fuck them up.
Staying focused.
Can you finish the job?
On my mark.
No, not from that tile you can't. It's not clear to me why. I guess you just can't fire through the forests. I mean, that's fine.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Not ideal, but fine. So they're not going to be able to fire from here either.
We'll make it through. We have to. Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Okay. Alright, you are for sure going to begin construction of the Vanquisher. And everybody else is working. Okay. A withdrawal. I'll take that.
No such thing as safe anymore.
Makes it easier for me to withdraw safely.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore. On it. On it. This isn't the world I knew.
Alright, please heal. I really don't want to lose a level 4 militia. Or a level 4
Ain't no such thing as
militants.
safe anymore.
These are really rough build times. I wonder how quick you can get that kind of stuff down to. Alright, so we finished our power plant, and now would seem to be the time to get back to tile acquisition. You're doing everything you can be doing. Okay, it was nice of them to let us have that for so long.
I'm not dying today.
Ooh. Child of the New World. Bullshit. The word escapes your mouth before you even think over the anchorite's jumbled words. Untangling them always takes a moment, but you already know what he proposes is ridiculous. No Akine have ever been free from the voice. His limbs jitter in response to your insult. I mean, it's not an insult, really. To think such a future could be naive, he muses. To know that the future depends on such children. To accept that naivete may be a shield for hope. Wait, he said children. Your mind races. Akine children? Even after 20 years, descriptions of such beings have been rare. Giving birth on a hostile alien planet is no easy feat. The anchorite notices your pensive gaze. His eyes rotate and narrow. To contemplate children, it says. To dream of a better future for your people. To know they are at the mercy of... Something flickers across his face. The hairs on his limbs curl. The voice. And its twisted augur. Alright, I mean, like... Without even really understanding fully all of the elements of the setting, it does feel to me, again, just sort of like being in character here, like trying to help the Akine free themselves or free some of themselves from the obviously horrifying influence of the voice does represent some kind of way forward for the people of Earth, you know, including them in the definition of people. Yeah, I think, of course, the anchorite's always a little weird and always like knowing more, seeming to know more than he represents. I gotta think, let's figure out where these Akine children supposedly are. Maybe we can figure the situation out a little bit more fully once we know what we're actually dealing with. The children are being held by a voice cultist known only as the Twisted Augur. Let's go see about that. Search nearby outposts for the Twisted Augur. Okay. So it says 0 of 3 and hasn't highlighted anything. I'm assuming it means... Oh no, okay, there are indications. It's not just any outpost, it's these 3 outposts in particular. Okay.
Staying focused.
Yeah. I guess let's reorient for that.
I'll be
That
there.
is a cicada tile. I don't really want to group up on that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, got it.
Bring darkness to the surface.
God, these cicadas are everywhere too. And you know, maybe I don't want to fight the anchorite. Like,
Such thing as safe anymore.
we're having a lot of events that mention the anchorite, but I'm wondering if that is like, if the reason we're getting so much anchorite specific stuff is because he's the only one of the other, like the only one of the other factions that we're actually in contact with.
Better than just sitting here. We'll make it through. We have to.
All right, we continue to move down in formation. You stay right there and play defense. Okay, we have some proper power generation. We're actually already at the point where we need more habitation blocks. I guess the meat harvests, right? They get you there really quickly. When this tank is done, we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling about not fighting the anchorite.
Just clear me a path.
This isn't the world I knew. Okay.
Yo, wait a minute now. An obcon. Large biological bleedwalker that protects its nest. If this monster had wings, we might have called it a dragon. It lurked in hostile environments, greedily hoarding precious resources. It even had the breath of a dragon, only it burned its victims with ice instead of fire. If you killed one, you didn't linger near its lair. Rumors had it that days after death, the beast would rise again. Interesting. Or maybe we go right into that lair. So, Frost Breath, 3 damage. Also hits enemies left and right of the target tile at half attacks. But it has large splash. That's pretty scary. That's a tough kind of thing for us to fight.
I'm not dying today.
I don't know that we have any combat units that are not like pretty large in number.
Come on.
Like we don't have any big monsters as far as I've seen, aside from our heroes. Maybe that's it's exactly what we should be pursuing, is some kind of big monster. Okay, so what do we need most? We don't have a lot of food income, but we also don't need a lot of food income. We have 20 housing. So, I could get a second automated factory up. It does have some bonus research on it. Honestly, yeah, that might be a good idea. You're doing what you can do. All right, let's see if that obcon responds to our presence. Or if we'll have to get closer.
I'm not dying today.
I'm not sure what that was. Marked target. Is that
What
the
do you
result
need,
of something that
Sunshine?
we... I don't know where that came from, but
I'm not dying today.
it does feel like we should maybe take advantage of it. So you have 64 health, but you only have 2 armor.
Send us below.
I'm going to hit this. You should probably be a little bit
No such
fuller.
thing as safe anymore.
And we can have the Agilian worms just run right up there and attack it. Strip those 2 points of armor real fast. That's probably the right thing to do.
Sunshine.
Just like move the commander in here. Oh. Hello, an incoming call from Amadea. So that's what debuffed the creature.
You interrupt me.
Ah, my latest obstacle. Welcome. You should know who I am, who you are fighting against. I am a seeker of perfection, notably the perfection of the human form. My chosen path is straightforward, but it does require a painful amount of dedication. Rejoice when you hear the screams, however, for you know my empire is growing ever more ideal.
Such base materials mankind is made from.
It seems your weakness is contagious. I recommend you excise your bleeding heart, lest it weaken your people more. I am happy to help with the operation. So yeah, this feels appropriate, right? Like this is in character. She would view our openness to the feeling of loss and the way that negatively affects our morale as a significant
Are welcome
weakness.
to return with gifts.
Okay. So that's potentially going to be a problem. You have these Arenian stalkers who apply this marked target, which I guess just applies to everybody's units, which is kind of rad. Alright, we're going to take control of the phase generator. Ooh, and then get overwatched a little bit. Not ideal.
No such thing as safe anymore.
If I don't plug this spot up, then the obcon can just run over here and hit multiple units anyway. Like, there's no getting out of that.
Rather than just sitting here.
Oh. I don't know where you are, Clemens, that you suddenly saw us, but...
A pleasure.
Hail, foe, well met. Though we are at war, you will find me a reliable, noble foe. and my allies always share in my wealth. Indeed, you must come over and try one of these deviled abcloth eggs. The things they reproduce with are so alien that we can't even just call them eggs. I do hope we can put this small war behind us, so that we might behave with honor to one another.
A
Okay.
person of taste.
And in fact, it's turning cooperative real fast. I trust a formal declaration was made, handed over by white-gloved officials of the state. If all is in order, then this war is to my taste indeed. But we're still at war with the chiefess, so
This
he likes that.
sweeten our relationship.
Let us cease our squabbles and draw ourselves closer together. I have a fine chasse spleen here. It was your Byron's favorite. Let us raise glasses and toast friendship, or at least peace. Okay. I mean, I feel like we probably don't want to be at war with everybody all the time, right? One or two factions trying to kill us constantly would be plenty, I think. I want a future that's settled by words, not wars. Only that would be worth fighting for at all. Okay.
Give me your table of fare, please.
So, we can offer a trade agreement, generates resources based on the resource output of the trading partner, starts out with negative resource generation, but grows over time. That's really interesting to have it start negative. Offer a gift, offer a map exchange, does not grant vision. Demand trade agreement offer to a third party. Demand a peace offer to a third party. I like this stuff. I like being able to affect their diplomatic relations with other factions. I'm inclined to go for a trade agreement. I know our resource output's not great right now, but
Why, yes.
we could certainly use it. My people want for nothing, yet it's foolish to dine alone when we could prosper together. Yeah, I'm totally with you. So he's at peace with ZEPHON. That's interesting. And at war with Anna Elizaveta Nadezhda, and of course, Amadea and the chiefess and the anchorite. Okay. We could offer an alliance. Allied players share vision and ability buffs, as well as can set tile markers to signal targets. If all remaining players are allied with each other, the game ends with an allied victory. I mean, that's kind of compelling. Friendships are valuable. Let's see if he'd go for it.
I will not.
Okay, you treated me fairly, yet your armies display a worrying lack of chivalry. I would not care to sully my armies alongside yours as of yet. Their lack of affection for you had a major impact. Okay, I was going to offer a map exchange. We don't have enough maps for their... they don't think they stand to gain enough. I can see why they would think that. All right, let's end the call then.
It's you.
All right, g'day, dead meat. Enjoying fighting my boys? See, while you saps were hiding in your tunnels and hobbit holes, we lived through it up here. Changes you that. Death marches, plagues, massacres, starvation. You do whatever you can to live. What I mean is, you seem nice, but I can't promise I won't ever stab you, world being what it is. Chances are you'll be stabbed at some point anyway. So why not by me?
Pity little-hearted do-gooder.
Okay, she also does not love the heartfelt lost. Don't sweat the small stuff, Cully. Ooh, me men are all dead. Curse me poetic soul. Boo-hoo. All right, okay.
On your way.
She called me a fucktard. Okay, apparently we've also met ZEPHON. I guess it's just time to become acquainted with everybody. Hello, SB. We understand you are calling about our current state of war. Please hold. You may call us ZEPHON. We're a collective of self-iterating intelligent processes focused on improving the world. We are your best friend. We are your only friend. Our analysis determined that you are a suitable candidate to achieve our goal. You don't mind if we monitor you to verify. Okay.
I am very impressed by your accomplishment.
All right, loves that we're at war with the chiefess. We see that you're engaging in a war with chiefess. While we cannot offer aid at this time, we hope you enjoy the experience. Good luck.
We predict you are about to make an offer.
I mean, we could try to offer peace, right? What if we end up friends with ZEPHON? You know, just sort of like a triangular alliance, right? I do not. What thrives behind your social front? A mind and heart like mine, or an alien algorithm bent on continued existence? I suspect the answer may be both, which makes me loath to contend with you today.
The request is at your discretion, though it is mandatory.
An additional offer is required for us to proceed. All right, what are we talking about? Oh, geez. Okay. That's a lot. Yeah, all right. You're a true mercenary heart. Take your riches and let's get on with it.
I am on board.
Okay. I suspect we're probably not going to be able to get anything else going then. I mean, let's see about the trade agreement. Okay. So, we just entered 2 trade agreements, both of which are going to damage our resource output in the short term. Let's hope that I don't have any idea to what degree. Let's hope that it's not, like, completely destructive. Bislama, may you return to me richer in every way. Okay, it's like each one of them is probably like -1 point. That's not too bad.
I'm not dying today. Okay.
Let's get you down here.
Mind the tale.
Running is great medicine.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
All right, I guess we just open up, right? I have my bombard. Is bombardment better? Yeah, it's over twice as much damage even against a single target. What a good skill.
Going live.
Oh right, I was supposed to remove a bunch of its armor first. Oops.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
All right, and then moving as a group, we're doing okay damage.
Kill them before they kill us.
All right, you're doing everything you can do. You have. We could put out another militant. You know what? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to hold off on spending the meat harvests for the moment. Maybe we met everybody because they're sharing vision with this player or something? Could be. Okay, interesting that they chose to mark my guys there. I don't love that. Don't love that either. Okay. That could be worse. It's interesting that it chose to, You guys are just assholes.
Staying focused.
It's interesting that it chose to move around the side and attack that unit from there instead of relying on its breath weapon for the multi-attack. Alright, do we want to push for the heavy machine gun? Do we want to push for the first aid drone? The first aid drone seems really useful. Okay, the anchorite loves that we're at war with Amadea. To know this is inevitable. To see it as your path unfolding this time. To wish for simpler journeys each time. To accept the goodness of this war. Okay. I mean, I like to see the friendship. High-level reavers too. So, does moving on to the nest do anything, I wonder? Okay, so this thing has a sniper shot. It's actually fairly dangerous, but I do really want to like run up and keep working this thing. I guess though, if I want to attack from adjacent, maybe it's better to have it be this guy who does it. Just thinking like that's bleed, right? So I don't want to be attacking from there. I think I am going to do this even though I'm probably going to eat Overwatch from these guys. Nope. I guess
We'll
I'm
make
not.
it through this.
And you attacked already, so like theoretically the best thing to do is run the commander down to here so we can get the
I'm not dying.
the accuracy bonus.
Just clear me a path. On my mark.
This is really exposing us to more fire from across the water, but now that we've engaged this thing, we really do need to finish it, I think.
This isn't the world I knew.
Oh, you are kidding me. That's not quite enough to kill?
Contact!
That's really frustrating.
Ready for the hunt.
I think let's move you like... Actually, I can get in position to attack. I should definitely... Never mind, I can't. We're gonna get stopped by these assholes. Okay, so these are additional units belonging to Amadea. Bunch of Ishim
Ready
enforcers.
for the hunt. The beast hunger.
Well, that sucks, but at least we got to kill something.
The creatures.
You know, that's resources.
But mine isn't.
You guys. So what exactly do you have to start with? Okay, just repair, but for biologicals. Cover damage reduction because you brought your own shield. That's pretty smart.
Running is great medicine.
Well, I would love to be able to help,
Such thing as safe anymore.
but I am a little worried that if I hang out here, I'm just going to take a bunch of damage. I'm just going to die. Well, I probably won't die.
Fine. Whatever keeps us alive.
Stay in position for the moment. All right, cities are building. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the way this is going. Guess they're fighting neutrals as well. Oh, geez. That's a lot of units, including a hero. Oh, a Dream Eater. If we could get peace from the anchorite, it'd actually be super helpful. Oh, Jesus.
Steady.
Yeah, all right. I need to call the anchorite up and make something happen.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
All right. That's a huge amount of units. Offer peace? To know my people, the Akine will gladly assist, but we are sadly ill-equipped. Yeah, all right. What do you want? That's a lot of stuff. I accept. How do you feel about a trade agreement? Okay. Positively. Go ahead. Call it there. Okay. So of the 5 factions in the world, we are now only at war with 2 of them. Sorry, 3 of them, I suppose, if you include the damn neutrals.
Ready for the hunt.
So I don't think Isham enforcers are as good as militants, but these ones are far more numerous.
Below. We.
I think this is a fallback situation.
This isn't the world I knew. On it.
Hopefully we won't get pursued by the neutrals from across the water. I'm trying to figure out where I want these ones positioned. So I don't really want the hero alone on the front necessarily.
Yeah, all right.
Ready for the hunt.
I do think I'm withdrawing you like pretty far.
With speed I go.
Running is great medicine.
All right. Well, the only person you can heal
We
is
can save lives today, Commander.
this guy, so I suppose do it. Everybody else is just a little bit too far away, but they'll fix that next turn. Okay. I am still going to build this construction yard here. I would like to grab the tree, you know? I don't know if that's like a sensible thing to do at all. All right, I don't think we have any extra build orders we want to commit. I think we're just trying to survive now. I'm doing a lot of withdrawing, it feels like. Okay, no big surprise there. All right, good work from the Overwatches.
It wasn't gonna be us.
What do you need, sunshine?
I do appreciate that we're pulling in a fair amount of bonus science quite frequently. So now we're at peace. You're not gonna be a problem, right?
We hear you well.
Fingers crossed.
On it.
Staying focused. Just clear me a path.
It's better than just sitting here.
I'm on call.
All right, I think we've kind of mostly made it out.
It's just a scratch. You'll
It's
be
just
fine. Maybe.
Paramedic for our worms here because they are amazing.
Mind the tail.
And you guys,
I've got the scent.
yeah, I don't really know what to do with them for right now. We kind of need to wait until we see how the blue troops are going to come at us. Next turn, we have a big ass tank. Hopefully that will help. Amadea and Clemens are at peace now. So let's have a look at this thing. The Siege Cannon. 50% accuracy penalty against units at range 1 or 2. 50% accuracy penalty if it has moved this turn. And it is considered to have moved this turn, it seems like. That was not just an animation it played. Large splash, ignores line of sight, cannot overwatch, but has a basic range of 6, dealing 16 damage with 8 armor reduction, or 8 armor ignore. An old friend operating a Vanquisher siege tank called these the Wall Crackers. They loved the smell of ozone and sulfur it left behind. It's possible that the smell was some chemical that would blow operators' brains out, but there was no time to care. We had a war to win. Okay.
Isn't the world I knew.
So, if we can pull a little bit of vision of our opponents,
What do you need, sunshine?
I can definitely get some harassing fire in here.
It's better than just sitting here.
You can throw a nice heal on these fellows.
Maybe.
Yeah, having combat medics around is extremely rad, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can hit you from there without even having to... Jeez. That said, since we did move already, we may as well
Drive compressor.
move a little bit more
It's about time.
into a better position for the long term.
Mind the tail.
Yeah, not a bad start. I'm just going to have you sit still. You're not going to heal. Cicadas. Shit. I still might have you sit still for a turn. Yeah. You are also kind of in hold mode.
We wait for now.
Does it make more sense to run the commander up to here? I don't think so, because when we want to move forward, I'm going to want to be down here. I guess we don't really know where your cities are, but I feel like they're down here, I guess. Yeah, down, just straight down from us is also an opportunity, or also a potentiality. Do we want to run a second one of these? Each one of these has a 4 mineral upkeep. I think so. Give me a second Vanquisher. We're gonna form ourselves a siege squad. And then I think with that, I'm going to call this just a little bit early today. Apologies, but I'm a little pressed for time. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It seems like the battle lines are getting drawn. We are suffering our first real player offensive here. And, fingers crossed, I feel like I'm going to be able to push them back. It feels like we are in an okay place for this. Come back next time to find out how overconfident that position is. And we'll see you then.